Good morning, everybody, and thanks for waking up with The Chase.
No way.
My God.
That's a 1-1, ladies and gentlemen.
Go to Dave's.
I must ask you a question right now. 1-1, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
Whoa.
Sit back, relax, and crack a cold one. The Chase is live. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Troy Licastro, alongside my broadcast partner, David Yarger. And welcome back to another edition of The Chase. We're back from the holiday, ready to get rolling, but starting today's episode on a little bit of a different tone, just based on what's happened in the last couple days. So I think, like everybody has, we have a platform, so I think we should take this time just a second to really share our thoughts and about Damar Hamlin, being from here, or not from here, but part of the Buffalo Bills organization locally here. I was at the game on Monday night.
Yeah, how was that atmosphere?
It was just weird. It was a lot of different emotions in one, because I think watching it on TV was different. You could see the players crying. You could obviously see that there was something very, very wrong up close. Being in the 300s up top there was a lot of things that we couldn't see, there was a lot of things that we could see that you couldn't see on TV, right, and vice versa. A lot of confusion, just eerily quiet, almost like a cold chill in the, it just felt very off. So obviously just want to share that we are thinking about him, and I know there's been updates coming out about him still at University of Cincinnati Medical Center. So we wish him all the best, and for a full recovery. But it was definitely very sad being there. Crazy situation, and that's all I could think about.
Right.
I was up on Twitter until probably 2:30, until the Bills put out a statement.
Monday. I don't think I fell asleep till about 2:30.
Yeah, it was just it was tough. You wanted, even though there wasn't necessarily going to be an update, you wanted an update, and you just couldn't get enough of it, because you just the kid's, he's a kid.
He's 24.
He's 24, man.
Yeah.
So just wanted to share our well wishes to him, and obviously we continue to think about him, and being from Western New York and him being a part of this organization, he's a big part. But in a positive light, it's great. His charity, over $6 million donated now.
$2,500 goal turned into
$6.2 million we're at.
Just absolutely, the expression of gratitude, in the midst of all this has just been incredible. I mean, you got guys like Chris Jericho, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of them, but Robert Kraft donated $18,000.
Yeah, exactly.
A bunch of teams are donating. Then you check Twitter, like every NFL team, pray for Hamlin with number 3. Yeah. And I mean,
and J.K. said he said it best in there. He's watching TV. He sees a guy in the crowd in watching wrestling that is wearing his jersey. So, reminded me that we're all with him. And I think that's it. That's the message. Unfortunately, right now we're in a moment of limbo where we can only, hope right now. And just, hope and keep him in our thoughts. We only know as much as everybody else. It's not like anybody has a leg up, but the family, I think, has been doing an incredible job of really keeping everybody updated. And I'll tell you right now, just a quick shout out for the people of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Yesterday, walking the streets after it was 12 hours removed from.
From the experience.
Yeah, 12 hours removed from what had happened. I'm wearing a Bills hat, and I had people literally. I passed by them, and they were inside a building, and they came outside just to give me well wishes and just, God bless. And everybody was incredibly nice. So you'll never hear me say a bad thing about Cincinnati. So just unfortunate circumstances. But another thing that I thought was interesting too, that we should bring up in a hobby sense of things, Fanatics CEO Michael Rubin tweeting out yesterday that his jersey, Damar Hamlin, skyrocketed.
It did. Yep.
In Fanatics. And now what Ruben is doing is all proceeds from the jerseys bought on Fanatics of Damar Hamlin are going to go to his charity.
And you know what's crazy is Stevens and I were looking this morning, and Damar Hamlin jerseys are like sold out. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
Like if you want a Hamlin jersey, you got to like do the customized one.
Yeah.
So like that's amazing to see. Amazing to see. Honestly, I only have a couple things to say that you haven't already touched on. Last night was absolutely incredible because Buffalo comeback victory, the Sabres over the Capitals. Tage Thompson, 3 goals, his 30th goal on January 3rd, 3 minutes into overtime, the number 3, and then the Pitt Panthers basketball team also defeated number 11 Virginia. They won by 3 points.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. The only other thing I have to say is, and I don't want to leave it on a sour note, but there were some bad eggs in this whole thing. And when I checked eBay the other night, I was kind of disappointed to see people were trying to get a bang for their buck on Damar Hamlin cards. Some people were doing the right thing and saying, proceeds go to charity, go to his charity. But, man, if you were looking just to make a quick buck out of that, check yourself. That's pretty much what I got to say. But it's very good to see everyone coming together for Hamlin during a very tough time, especially for this community.
Absolutely. Shows what we really are made of, as a human race during tough times, especially here in Buffalo, just after dealing with the blizzard. Now this happens. So we're all with them. We're all thinking of them. And, we can only wish for a speedy and a full recovery, and we hope to get him back as soon as we can. But it's just nice to see everybody together. But you know what? That's what we're here to do on The Chase, though, is kind of let you escape from the real world for a little bit, give you guys some entertainment so you don't have to think about work or maybe some other things going on. So while we think about tomorrow, what do you say we get to today's show and, we provide that entertainment that only we know how to do here on The Chase.
Episode 2 of 2023. Let's keep it rolling.
Yeah, man. So welcome to the new year. New haircut, new beard. Same old me. It's the same old me. Let's be honest.
New year, same Yaga bomb.
Same Yaga bomb. All right. Well, speaking of that Yaga bomb, how about a little quote of the day? I know you like to do this. I think it's a perfect time for the quote of the day.
Yes. So here's our quote today. You must be able to communicate successfully in order to become a leader and someone others listen to. Whoa. That's Keith Boyer.
Well said, Keith. Well said.
Very good, Keith.
All right, let's check in on what we'll be chatting about on today's show. It's a light week, but we'll have all the new releases for the week. And some of my best friend's lyrics were found in a dumpster. Yes, I'm referring to Drake. We'll get to that, David. A goalkeeper saved a famous Pele ball that we'll also discuss. And Beckett released their 2022 Unwrapped, which looks at what cards were graded last year. We'll review those. A certain company celebrated the 1-year anniversary of an acquisition that they made. I'm sure you can guess who that may be, but we'll mention that later on. And our live guest today will be David Grzyboski, the Grizzly Bear of CollX. I'll tell you the story behind that later. And lastly, we'll send you out with a box rip giveaway. Today is the brand spanking new Panini XR football. And let me tell you, I've seen some of the hits in the example cards, the prototype cards that they give you, and they look really, really good. So excited about that. But first things first, we have not one, but we got 2 box rip giveaways that we got to get to.
Let's get it.
First we had Mosaic Football on Friday's episode, and then Capstone Baseball from our Year in Review episode on Monday, which I hope you guys enjoyed. So first, for the Mosaic, our winner is...
Drum roll.
Where's the drum roll? Hey!
Nice.
Whoa!
There's no winner.
Woo-hoo! What's going on with my camera today? I noticed that was a prompt. What's happening? It's Gan Joe on Twitch. Now, we asked you guys, with all this craziness going on that might happen in free agency this year with all these quarterbacks, same faces, different places. Gan Joe thinks that Derek Carr is going to go to the Giants. Very interesting. So Ganjo on Twitch with the answer of Derek Carr to the Giants. You are walking away with the Mosaic football. So congratulations to you. Make sure you look for a whisper from the DA Car World account. And once you see that whisper, make sure you send us your information to thechase@dacarworld.com.
Do you want me to try? Want me to try?
Yeah,
and announce
I think you. Yeah, David's gonna try this one.
All right, let's
get David this one.
Let's test the next one. So the next one is for the capstone that we ripped on Monday's Year in Review. So here we go. Another drum roll, please. Never done this before. This is fun. There we go. Bethany Fitch from YouTube with the answer of, I plan on widening my PC with more players. Simple, easy, and effective. There you go. Bethany Fitch. Look out for a comment from us on YouTube. And congratulations on your capstone winnings.
All the makings of a good resolution right there. I would agree. All right, now that we got that out of the way, let's take care of business. David, how about we get to the first new release?
Yes, so our first new release today is actually our box rip giveaway, which is Panini XR Football. With XR, you're going to get 2 autos, 1 mem card, 1 insert, and 4 parallels per box. Also, don't forget, there is a 1 of 1 per case, not per box, per case. So just throwing that out there. As always, you'll want to look for the key rookies, the Pickett's, the Garrett Wilsons, the Chris Olaves, the Matt Corrals, Malik Willis's, and Sam Howells of the world. Also, find some of the most unique 1 of 1 patch autos of the 2022 season, such as, autographs that feature NFL shields, Nike patches, team logos, draft hats, shoes, gloves, footballs, and much, much more. I cannot wait till we get to ripping this.
All kinds of crazy mem for sure. So next up, we've got 2022 Topps Chrome F1 Hobby. As we turn left, you'll want to look for 1 base card dual color parallel per box. On top of that, look for hobby exclusive Chrome autographs. And as we head to the finish line, just remember to buckle up for 18 packs per box and 4 cards per pack.
Okay. Lastly, we'll head back to... You're like gearing up. I can tell you're going to do one.
Go ahead.
Lastly, we'll head back to the gridiron for Panini Mosaic Football Choice box. Here, you'll find 1 choice auto, 3 choice parallels, 2 choice rookies, 1 silver parallel, and 1 Mosaic parallel per box. Look for the following parallels of base and rookies only found in choice boxes. That includes Choice Fusion Red and Yellow, Choice Black Gold, Choice Nebula, and Choice Peacock. Nice. This will feature all the rookies from this past year's draft class that we mentioned earlier. And remember, there is 1 pack per box with 8 cards in that said pack.
I'm a peacock. You got to let me fly. All right, let's head over to Around the Hobby, where we'll get going to 0 to 100 real quick. I hate this already. Recently, handwritten lyrics from Champagne Poppy Drake were discovered in a dumpster that belonged to his uncle's Memphis-based furniture store. The lyrics that started from the bottom of a dumpster and are the furthest thing from perfect are going to take care and head to Moments in Time, which specialize in handwritten documents by musicians and historical folks. The lyrics that are making headlines, as well as the Hotline Bling, are handwritten on notebook lined paper. The song was titled Come Spring, but eventually turned into Come Winter, which is from an early mixtape called Room for Improvement. The starting bid is estimated to be around 20 bands, so if you know yourself and are looking to pull a rich flex, head to Moments in Time to place your bid.
Troy, I like how you were able to get all those Drake references in.
Son of a...
Whoever writes the script deserves a pat on the back. Next up, we all know the great Pele passed away last week. And obviously, we all know Pele was an absolute force on the pitch. Not many were able to stop him. There was one person, though. Sebastião Lourenço. Shout out to Collectible Guru for this one. Sebastião is a goalkeeper in Brazil and holds a record held by only him. He was the first and only person to make a save on Pele in penalty kicks. Yes, you heard me right. The only keeper ever. The save occurred on May 12, 1971, and Sebastião made the save and kept the ball to this very day. So, found that interesting. Eric Whiteback had that tweet, so shout out to him.
Very cool. Yeah, definitely a nice little tidbit. It's interesting, even though in tragedy, some of the stories that come out after things like that. So, cool story right there. All right, next up, Beckett recently released its Unwrapped of 2022. In their post, they went through and looked at their top submitted athletes as well as top submitted cards by sport. We'll look through a few, starting with top submitted athletes.
Yeah, so let's check that one out.
Can we check that one out?
So MJ, Kobe, LeBron. Yeah, that all makes sense.
Yeah, honestly, nothing out of the ordinary there to me. Nothing. It makes sense. But my question is the only thing I would wonder is this in numerical order?
Yeah.
Like, is this in, like, was LeBron the top, or excuse me, was Jordan the top, Kobe, LeBron? It would make sense. Obviously, Kobe, Jordan, the
Luka's, of course.
It's funny too because we're talking about the recap of 2022 and it's saying Luka,
right?
Which that probably was data before the 60 whatever that insane game he had. I know he dropped 60 points,
right.
And then the next night he had another spectacular. So I think Luka might even move up that list in 23.
Yeah. So what's our next?
What's the next
that
one?
We got? All right. So top baseball cards. Stevens, if you don't mind, can you drop the notepad just a little bit?
I can't believe
Thank you.
So Ricky Henderson is interesting.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
Yeah, Henderson's everything else I think is like not really surprising.
Yeah, but like I never realized how much people still get that Griffey graded.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Like obviously Shohei makes complete sense.
I mean, I don't know if it made a difference, but Griffey did like take his picture again. Remember, like
maybe that was it. Yeah, maybe it was based on the viral moment. But I mean, I know if you get those Griffies out of the sets and they grade high, they are still worth something.
Right.
So I wonder if that's it. It's just there's mass amounts of it, and people are like, well, if I get a high grade, so be it. So maybe they're just shipping them off in bulk.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Next. Soccer. All right. Yeah, not really surprises here either. I mean,
see though,
Mbappe's on there.
A good thing to look at here. Good note. If I do recall, I could be wrong. Obviously, chat. You guys check me. But 2014 Panini Prism World Cup, I believe, was the first year.
Okay, that's what I thought you were going to say.
That they did Prism World Cup.
Yeah.
So it makes sense there that the Neymar one is on there, the Ronaldo and the Messi from that particular product. That makes sense to me, especially with obviously the hype of the World Cup coming back around. Just a month ago.
PG, good point.
A couple months ago.
See how far CR7, see how far Ronaldo drops.
Yeah, now that he said he's officially done in Europe, I think he's going to slide a little bit. I think Messi's going to go up with that World Cup.
Oh, hell yeah.
Obviously win.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, CR7's going to slide a bit here.
So next one?
Next up?
Lafreniere, Kirill the Thrill,
McDavid's always going to be there.
Yeah, McDavid's always going to be there.
You know what I think is interesting?
Lafreniere, to me, he hasn't lived up to his hype.
No, he got healthy scratch the other night. So to see, and here's me foreshadowing and thinking into 2023. Do we see Tage Thompson up there in 2023?
Maybe.
And that's not me being a homer.
No.
I mean, dude is
legit.
seriously in, I would say, right now, the MVP conversation.
100%.
He's going to have over 50 goals, easy. We're not even at the All-Star break. He's at 30. Sorry. You know what? Let me be optimistic for once.
I'm all for it, man.
Let me be optimistic for once with the Sabres.
I want to see it, but...
All right, what's next up?
Yeah, next. Some racing, okay. Verstappen and Hamilton. Yeah, I mean...
I would say, in my opinion, not knowing much about the sport...
Same here.
This looks correct.
Yeah.
I know George Russell was definitely an emerging guy, it seemed like, in the last year or two. Hamilton and Verstappen seem to always be the staple, the faces of that F1 sport. But George Russell seems to be the other guy that was kind of starting to gain traction in terms of popularity and being talked about.
Next one. Basketball. So there you go. Kobe, MJ, Ja.
Now, I'm interested
Luka
though.
on here, though.
I'm interested though. Why the 90-91 Fleer Jordan? I'm looking it up right now because I'm trying to see if the picture would be.
So that 86-87 Fleer, that's his rookie, right?
86-87 Fleer is his rookie.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But the 90-91.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm seeing there's some variants of it.
Oh,
there's like a line on the back card, so I wonder if it's part of that.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Next one. Oh,
hey,
JA.
What? Wait, Leaf special release hype.
Interesting. Brady, Herbert, Nick Chubb. People are getting.
I guess I don't know, but you know what? Like on there, no Burrow after being in the Super Bowl. I know he didn't win it, but no Burrow, no Trevor Lawrence,
no T.Y. Yep.
I'm kind of shocked.
None of the rookies. I mean, everyone talked about Mac Jones getting submitted too a lot.
Yeah,
and nothing from there. But next, golf. Tiger, Jack, Arnold, and Tiger.
Yeah,
no surprise.
I noticed both two are 96.
Yeah,
interesting that they have the Sports Illustrated for kids.
Do you? Oh my!
Because weren't those the ones that came out of the magazine? Though?
Yeah. So you would literally
you had to rip them out.
You would rip them from the magazine. I remember elementary school. I would rip it if it was there.
100%.
So
next up.
That's it. That's it. All right.
Wow, you don't say.
Not too bad. Hey, lastly, for Around the Hobby, yesterday was a big anniversary for Fanatics. A year ago yesterday, Fanatics announced their acquisition of Topps. Acquisition costed a light $500 million. And in an article from ESPN a year ago, Fanatics CEO Michael Rubin said, with trading cards and collectibles being a significant pillar of our long-term plans to become the leading digital sports platform, we are excited to add a leading trading cards company to build out our business. So happy anniversary. I hope you like the graphic I made.
I did. I certainly did. I thought it was beautifully done.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, so we're going to move on next to our guest for the day. Obviously, getting to him a little later than we would have liked, so I apologize for that. But today, we are pleased to welcome on David Grzyboski. That's right, the Vice President of Marketing for CollX, as well as the founder of Grizz Media Group. On top of being a writer, author, what else? Content creator and more. This guy does it all. Grzyboski is also a collector and hobbyist. So, without further ado, I want to say hello to my man, the Grizzly Bear. What's going on, David?
What's up, everyone?
Hey, buddy.
The beard and haircut looking fresh. Happy New Year.
Nice. Thanks, dude. Happy New Year to you, too. And you know what? Speaking of New Year, dude, just real quick, take us through. How was the parade? Let us know how you got that opportunity and just how much fun did you have doing that?
Yeah, for those watching, every year on January 1st in the city of Philadelphia, they have the annual Mummers Parade where different people come together. They wear costumes. They celebrate music, perform. I was actually on the broadcast this year. I was very fortunate to appear in that. And it was a long time coming. I used to be in the parade when I was a kid. So I do some of the marketing efforts for the parade and I was asked to be on the broadcast. I helped actually produce the parade this year, too. So it's been a lot going on, but yeah, it's been a great 2023 for me. Very fortunate and ready to kick 2023 in high gear, man, and just take CollX to the moon and do it up. So it's been fun.
Absolutely, it sounds like a very full circle moment there. So take us on the journey. You were once a reporter, now you're the vice president of marketing for CollX and founder of your own company. How did you get to where you are now?
Sure. Yeah. So, Troy, like you mentioned, we kind of chatted a few months ago, and we both have TV backgrounds, right? And the coolest thing about being in TV is like we're storytellers at heart. And what I think was really interesting is that like there's a lot of great storytellers in the hobby, you guys included, creating the show and creating content for the fans and people absorbing content. I mean, there's so many YouTube creators now. There's so many different, avenues to consume content and Instagram and card content pages and so forth. And, I mean, I've always collected as a kid and, I always liked, being different than anyone else. I'm sure we'll get into, my collecting stuff now, but, met Ted and, been with the CollX team for a year now. And it's been awesome to see the growth, the organic growth of CollX. It's just the beginning. We had a great first year, being live, went to the National, went to a bunch of card shows. Our social media content is top notch. and we're really striking a chord with collectors. CollX says over, I think we'll hit it. We have already hit it or close to it, over 500,000 users in a year. So it's an awesome trajectory of where we're going, and I just love being a part of the hobby, meeting people like you guys, and just storytelling at the end of the day, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and now you talked about your past experiences. How have those helped as you've moved forward into what you currently do today?
Yeah, I think I guess I'll talk more obviously collecting standpoint. I think, and Troy would probably agree, like I think with the TV media background, you have a good idea of what works and what doesn't work. Like you guys creating like attractive graphics, attractive video content, TikTok, like it doesn't take much to produce high quality content. And I think people really in the hobby really like respect and absorb that. Golden Auction does good content. Jeff Wilson, Sports Card Investor, does great content. Card Collector 2, Ryan, does great content. And I think people appreciate that behind the scenes, behind the curtain look of, storytelling and, giving a sneak peek of both the good and the bad, right? For every, success you have with buying a card or getting an autograph on a card or whatever and selling it for 10x, like there's also bad investments and so forth. So I think being all natural is really important in the hobby content wise.
Now,
I agree with that, yeah.
Now, being a hobbyist yourself, I want to get into CollX a little bit here. How helpful is CollX for fellow collectors?
Yeah, CollX is changing the game. And obviously, I'm not being a homer saying that because I'm with the company, but we're talking to collectors on a daily basis that are using the app. I mean, a crazy amount of traction on our social media platforms as well as the app. Exciting things in the works. I think it's really fun, and we've been posting a lot of content over the last few weeks of showing how to use CollX at a card show, how to do a deal on CollX. We're launching the marketplace very soon. You can still do deals right now, but we're going to solidify the transactional. We're going to help with the transaction, to complete it from the mailing address and making sure you're safe with your own transaction. Because if you do a deal now, you have to do that through another collector. But yeah, it's just really cool to just talk to people, whether it's a national or local card show here in Philly, because we're based in South Jersey. I mean, kids of all ages, adults are trying to, collect sets and so forth. And I think the coolest thing, Troy, is we've met, kids are using the app, adults are using the app. Everyone's different. Someone's using, someone's a vintage collector, someone's a modern collector, collecting, Justin Herbert and Tua and everyone else. And then you have people that, are just, like myself, just want to buy, LeBron James top rookie cards and, have fun with that. So it's really cool to just meet different collectors and seeing how, what works for CollX. And we're learning a lot too, the CollX team, of what collectors want. And the feedback we're getting, CollX in 2022 is going to be different in 2023 and 2024, and we're adapting with the hobby, which is the coolest part.
And you look at the hobby, there's a few apps and websites that you can use to pinpoint prices and look at comps and everything. Mm-hmm. In your opinion, what sets CollX apart from everybody else?
Yeah, I really think obviously people have relied on eBay to get their comps, right? But as CollX gets faster and people are scanning their cards and trying to see what they're worth, I think it's cool, right? You go on and see, if you weren't using CollX, right, before CollX existed, you're going on eBay and other sites and you're seeing someone sold a card for $90, and then 2 days later it sold for $15, and then 3 days later it sold for $40, right? CollX is not only giving you that price, the average price, but it's showing you the trajectory of the last 7 days, the last 6 months. Who's selling it on the app there. I think what's going to separate CollX from the pack is not just, our great story and people who are using our app, but the CollX marketplace is going to be a game changer for the hobby. You go on other platforms now, you see a card you want, but you're kind of hesitant because you want to see how the corners look. A card you want might cost $325, but you want to ask for maybe a video or photos, but through CollX marketplace, you can do that. I got these LeBron Topps Chrome rookies for a really good discount on CollX because the collector just wanted to get rid of it. and I did my due diligence. I said, hey, send me 4 photos of each corner of the car. Send me a video. Like, and you can't, it takes a long time on these other apps to do that. And I think what separates CollX from the pack is not obviously just, scanning your card and getting the value, but the marketplace is a game changer. And I highly suggest you guys checking it out. Viewers watching this show, checking it out. It's so super clean. The messaging feature is really, really, really clean. And, like you said, you can message people like you're messaging someone on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. And it's really clean. It's really fast. And I think, getting those extra photos and videos helps. Whereas, sites like eBay, right? It's, it's kind of like an old school messaging platform, and it takes a while, and it looks like, 1997 messaging. No disrespect to other apps out there, but like it's going to be a game changer, and I definitely suggest everyone checking it out.
So, something like CollX being an app and being very visual in that, it seems like it's pretty much, it markets itself. So, what do you do to really push this into the space? Is there any challenges you face when you're trying to market this type of thing?
Yeah. I mean, Troy, I think we talked offline, like the best thing about CollX, the organic marketing is tremendous. We've talked to different collectors. I think, for a marketing standpoint, we want to show why you should download CollX. We don't want to be just, a social media, all of our socials say, download this. We want to show you why and success stories and feature other collectors. Like when we go to card shows, I'm creating content with our team, and, we're showing how to use CollX at a card show, but like, I want to talk to, John Smith or, Sarah at their booth. And I want to talk to them about, if they're using CollX, or maybe just about their collection, that they have, a Ricky Henderson rookie card, or, someone who I met at a show had a Tyrese Maxey signed rookie card, and his name wasn't on the card. And he wrote on the card, no name Tyrese Maxey. So like, I like the interpersonal content where like we're showing behind the scenes, where, we're talking to Troy at a show, or highlighting, the 92-year-old collector has been at, 26 or 36 nationals in a row. Like that's the content we like to do. And, I think that the why you should download CollX is kind of secondary. And I'm sure you guys have seen that on our socials as well.
Speaking of content, we had the co-founder of CollX on our show before, Ted Mann. Just curious, how did you two meet up and cross paths?
Yeah, so Ted and I, we live in South Jersey. He actually knows my brother, who's an entrepreneur himself, and we met probably last November, a year and some change ago, and just hit it off, man. And it's cool how life works sometimes when you meet the right person and the right opportunity, and it's cool how one conversation gets develops into an awesome relationship. So thankful to be a part of the team, and like you said, it's just the beginning of what we're doing. Ted's done this before. This is his second tech company, and I think the coolest part is that Ted's a sports car collector, and his son Charlie and Gus, they love Pokemon cards, and he's a tech guy solving a sports car problem. And I think that's really imperative to hammer home to your viewers and people watching this, is that tech is really important, but you can't be. It's hard to be a sports guy problem solving a tech problem, if that makes sense. Like Ted is a tech guy solving a sports car problem, and he's a diehard sports card and hobby enthusiast. So, sky's the limit for the CollX team, and it's been awesome to be on this journey with Ted, his family, and we've hired a bunch of people even this week at CollX. We're growing, so sky's the limit, and 2023 is going to be an awesome year for CollX and Car Dealer Pro, our sister company as well.
I just remember when we interviewed Ted, and he had in the background how many people were downloading the app.
How many people were downloading the app?
Yeah,
he had the ticker, which I think is amazing. So one last question here to wrap up the CollX side of things. We talk about the new year. We're into 2023. We want to talk about the future. I know people like to look down the road in this hobby. So as we start to get into 2023 and down the road in the next 3 to 5 years of what is supposed to be happening in this great hobby that we are a part of, where do you see CollX fitting in this space as we move forward?
Yeah, I think I think it's really exciting, right? I think everyone, there's other competitors out there. We're just putting our head down and working hard and, shaking hands and kissing babies and just doing what we do best and, just pleasing our customers and creating good quality content and giving people a reason to download and just keep collecting with their family and, our sons and their daughters. I think in the future, the sky's the limit. I mean, like I said, we have the marketplace is going to be full throttle very soon. We have other features that we're doing that you can export your collections. There's a lot of people that reached out to CollX and said, hey, I'm collecting in a 1981, Topps baseball or Topps football or whatever. You can export your collection through CollX Pro. We'll be launching that soon as well. There's so many different features that we have on the pipeline. Hopefully soon you'll be able to buy some CollX swag, which is, always good. Always have to rock a nice fitted or a crew neck or, some swag. So that's something small. But, yeah, I think it's really interesting that, who's gonna add a scanning app or CollX to their arsenal. I think it's really exciting. The future of CollX. I've met Ted and I and the team CollX team. I've met so many interesting people that like what we're doing and want to jam with us, whether it's a content side, business side. So I'm really excited. We're traveling to more shows in 2023, and like I said, sky's the limit. And if you thought 2022 was a great year for CollX, 500,000 users, reaching that today or tomorrow, I'm really excited. I'm really I'm grinning ear to ear. It's sky's the limit. I keep saying that. I don't want to be repeated here a lot, but I'm really, really pumped. I'm hyped, just to say the least.
Well, I want to let you know that I'm seeing in the chat already that a few people have already downloaded the apps. The app, David himself over here is...
The ticker just went up by
The ticker just went up. So, yeah, a lot of people excited in the chat as well, downloading the app. Now, I want to get to you as a collector yourself for a few moments here before we let you go.
Sure.
We talk a lot about emerging markets on this show, and you and I have talked about this offline before too, texting or over the phone. But what are some emerging markets that you're looking at in terms of collectibles heading into the new year and so on and so forth?
Yeah, Troy, we talked a lot. Even when we first talked, I mentioned VHS tapes, which I'm trying to get Ted to see if we can add VHS tapes and some other platforms to CollX. But yeah, I mean, I'll show some of my stuff real fast. This is probably my pride and joy. I guess let me back up. And Troy, we talked about this before. I love how everyone collects, and while everyone is collecting Justin Herbert and Zion rookie cards and they're in left field, I'm out of the stadium and I'm collecting something totally different. Like, I just want to be different than everyone else. I want to, I want to be on the train as it's going on the tracks. I don't want to be on the train leaving, the station already, because I want to, be ahead of the game a little bit. So I've been all in on VHS tapes. I bought this VHS tape. This is a signed Sylvester Stallone. Sorry for the glare. Signed Sylvester Stallone tape, graded by IGS. Hate to be the guy that says this is a pop one, but I guess this is a pop one because I haven't seen one out there yet. But yeah, sealed VHS, man. I'm just all into it. Sealed video games. I'm really excited about this one too. This is a 9.8.
Childhood right there.
Vic and I got this is the best. This is the best Madden. Can we agree on that? Right?
Hands down.
Yeah.
There's no question.
But the coolest thing is, actually, I can get you to take a look. I got Vic to inscribe the Madden cheat code on this game, and it's a 9.8.
Yes.
And the best part is, I have two of these. One's a 9.8, one's a 9.6.
He's cornering the market on this. So
yeah, I mean, good.
No, I was just gonna say, I see that you're obviously. Are you getting these signed in person too? So that's a thing too. Have you been thinking about this for a while? Where you're like, you know what? Let me go to this signing with Vic, but you know what? Instead of a football, instead of a picture or a cleat, let me bring this video game that he was unbelievable in to sign. So has that been something that's been going through your head for a while too?
Totally. Yeah, I've been all in on the wrestling genre too. So I'll show this one. I sent this in for Hogan to sign and Ric Flair to sign. Man, the glare's so bad. I apologize, guys.
That's
you're
okay,
good, man. You're good.
8.5 from Beckett. But yeah, just the cool thing about getting things autographed, right, is the wrestlers aren't too expensive. I mean, Undertaker is pretty expensive. Hulk Hogan is a little expensive, but excuse me, I just want to be a little different, right? Like, while everyone's just grading, cards and grading VHS and video tapes, video games, like, why not get an autograph on it? And I've actually even talked to, like, the head of WADA, and he said, like, yeah, we're going to add that to our arsenal. Like, they've got a few, but, like, it's interesting that, like, the clientele is kind of dictating where they want to go with their stuff. Like, I don't think IGS had an autograph series line until, like, people started saying, hey, I have this autograph tape. Can I get it graded? And then all of a sudden they're now grading autograph tapes. So I'm just kind of just always want to level up, man. Like, that's just how I just want to be ahead of the game a little bit and just think outside the box, right? Like, I mean, I don't know. I want to think, like, who has a, Madden cheat code Mike Vick signed video game in their office right now?
Yeah, I can't think of anybody.
No, it's an amazing piece.
Yeah. So also, you're a busy man, but you also founded Grizz Media. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What do you do there?
Yeah. So, I was a TV guy like Troy, and we're out of the business, and we get to now enjoy our holidays, right, Troy? You get to like not work Thanksgiving and.
Literally, we observe here at the company. We observed the holiday on Monday, and I'll tell you right now, yes, I had flashbacks. All those thoughts came rushing back through my head.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been great. Like I said, I'm a storyteller at the end of the day, video production, photography, and just kind of started my own like agency on the side. And obviously, CollX is my baby now, and full time, full throttle with them. But it's cool to just just create content, whether it's for a store or a company, or I've done some other content work with some other people in the hobby, and I just love creating things and making an impact for people, man. That's what it's all about. And you guys are doing that on a daily basis. Like, someone's watching today, like you said, is downloading CollX, or someone's going to buy a product from David Adams. Like, that's a win-win, man. Like, just create meaningful things. People will come. If you build it, they will come, man. Like, I know it's so corny and cliche, but if you do it up right, you will grow an audience organically, and that's what it's all about to me.
You can't hate on Kevin Costner, though. I mean, that's just a classic line right there. Now, I want to go back to the VHS tapes for a minute, if you don't mind. Kind of wrapping it up here. But I know you had the IGS there, obviously the video games WADA. I see that your Super Brawl with Flair and Hogan was BGS, was Beckett. Yep. And I know that is a newer thing for them. So from taking it out of you working in the hobby, just as a collector, I want to know, how was your experience with that, with their new VHS grading? Yeah,
it was pretty smooth. Here's an Undertaker. Actually, I have two Undertakers here.
That's gorgeous.
Man, the glare has really bothered me so much. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
Let me get it right. There you go. No?
In the purple pen. Yeah, I can see in the purple pen. It looks great.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's really smooth. Listen, I think I was actually curious, if a PSA or Beckett was going to, buy one of these companies and they merged with VHS DNA. It was a really smooth process. I think the VHS market is just at its beginning phase. People just have to be careful. I mean, I even was stupid enough sometimes to buy a tape thinking it was sealed and it was, resealed through someone, or you just got to be careful, do your due diligence. A lot of these tapes have, watermarks on it, whether it's a Warner Brothers watermark or a certain seal, like the bottoms are different, right? That adds more rarity to it. And the process with Beckett VHS was awesome. I plan on using them again. And I wouldn't be surprised if, PSA is doing Funko Pops and that's off and running and they're getting, grading autographed Funko Pops and regular Funko Pops. It's a matter of time before you see VHS. I mean, comic books, like, I know, obviously Collectors has, WADA part of their arsenal too, but I have to imagine some, on the trajectory of PSA, they're gonna get involved in the VHS market or some capacity. But yeah, overall, the Beckett experience was awesome, and I definitely will be grading with them again soon.
Okay, so VHS tapes. We talked about Funko Pops. We got video games. Is there something that's kind of simmering that you're looking at right now? Maybe CDs, maybe vinyls. Anything you're kind of keeping your eye on?
Yeah, actually, I do. And it's funny. I don't like, pimping everything up, but it is what everyone's different, right? I'm not kind of like, saying you should go buy, what I'm about to say, but I love sealed cassette tapes. A collector a few months ago told me, to get in on that, and I've been buying a few. Actually, I might have some up here. I have like 8 Mile, Hulk Hogan sealed cassette tape. Sealed cassette tapes, it's kind of unique. IGS is grading them now. They announced it like a month or so ago, but again, man, I just think it's so cool. Like, I think there's something like 2 months from now, something's going to come out that's gradable that we didn't think of. Yeah, obviously, you can have sealed wax, right? Like sealed VHS tape, graded cards, graded video games. So, like, what's next? Like, what's after sealed cassette tapes? Is it CDs? Is it something else? Like, I mean, magazines, I think, are highly underrated with Sports Illustrated. But yeah, I mean, I think it's really cool that 6 months from now or the next national or this time next year, there's going to be another category that we haven't thought of, and like, wow, like, why didn't I go all in on that before it blew up? So just got to be ahead of the game, do your research, and just talk to people, man. Like, that's what it's all about. Like, if you want to get into magazines or VHS tapes, like, and you see someone is big into it, ask questions to him or her and say, hey, how did you get involved with this? And I'm sure you guys have learned a lot too. Like, it's such a small, it's a large community, but like at the same time, everyone knows each other. Like, I know so many more people now in the collector universe, in the hobby, just from like word of mouth. Like, Troy, how me and you met. Like,
yep, 100%.
And it kind of goes from there. And that's the beauty of just the hobby in general. Like, I know everyone, has their favorite content creator, and if there's good and bad days, right? Like, that comes with the territory. But it's really exciting to see what people are into and what's next. And I don't shame anyone for collecting, VHS tapes, or they want to collect, Ricky Henderson cards, or your favorite Philadelphia Philly card. It's just like, to each his own, man. Like, everyone's gonna eat, and let's have fun all together.
Absolutely.
When we were talking about new stuff to possibly get graded, my wheels started turning.
Oh yeah, man.
I'm gonna get
so much out there.
I'm gonna get my iPod Nano graded.
Hey, bro. I would say anything's collectible at this point.
Something crazy.
Never say never.
Exactly. Anything else you had to add?
I think the people should figure out where we can find David on social.
Yep. So, David, how we like to end every interview is please give the people at home the rundown, how they can find you on social media, how they can find CollX, and everything in between.
Sure, yeah. So I'm on Twitter, David Grizz, GRZY TV on Twitter, and just follow CollX on all social media platforms. We're verified on TikTok. It's a lot of cool things in store for CollX, and thanks for this opportunity. You guys do a great job of producing this show, and keep doing what you guys are doing. And I'm excited for the future of the show and the chase. And thanks for letting me hop on here, talk about CollX, talk about VHS tapes, and it's fun. Let's have a great 2023, and positive vibes only in the hobby. So let's get it.
I just want to say real quick, I think it's the first time we've ever had 3 Daves in the same room.
There's a first time for everything.
Stevens, myself, and Dave right there.
The triple threat. Well, David, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now I'm ready to run through a brick wall into 2023 in the hobby here. But hopefully I get to talk to you soon. It was great talking to you. Thanks, thanks for joining us.
You guys have a great rest of your day, and thanks again for the opportunity. Take care.
All right, brother.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Great guy.
What I meant by like my wheels started turning on like old stuff to get possibly graded. Like, oh, let me send in my old BlackBerry to get graded.
Yeah, that would honestly
something
be
crazy.
That'd be interesting. But yeah, man, I tell you, it's one of those classic things where misery loves company. Mm-hmm. So us sharing stories about being in the trenches of local news, we bonded right away. And obviously, awesome guy, and he's got some awesome ideas. I think he's got some great forward-thinking ideas about the VHSs, the video games, and those are more up my alley. As much as I love cards and I love the aesthetics, the artistry of cards, and obviously how they can put them together. Something about another tangible, like a video game or a VHS is really cool too.
I agree.
So, what do you say we move on to the box rip giveaway?
Let's get
for
it
today. We've got some new XR football, 2 packs, 7 cards per pack. We're looking for 2 autographs and a memorabilia card. So one of us might get 2 hits. One of us might get all the hits. I don't know. I don't know. But how should we have people enter to win this? I know we're getting tight on the.
I know.
I mean, can we start giving? Did we do Super Bowl predictions?
We maybe like a while ago. Should we do? Man, that's tough. Yeah, we did. Do
How about
Super Bowl
who we think the defensive player of the year is going to be? Did we do that one?
That's fine.
All right. Let us know who you think the NFL defensive player of the year is going to be. All right. And Ganjo, I see you're in the break. I don't know if you knew, but you won earlier, so make sure you look out for a whisper from DA Cardworld. Okay. We've only got a few more minutes. This always happens. Like, I don't get this time to spare.
I can't find it. You want me to text Patrick?
Oh, it's all right. You know what? I'll call him.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll give him a call right now.
Are you sure it's not over? Oh, Troy.
Well, I'm on the phone. Damn it, Patrick. Damn you! Found it.
Good
All
job.
right. Are we going to try my overhead? I don't know. Did we figure it out yet? Hey!
Nice and centered.
Oh, well, listen, that was me. All right. Because you should see how far away this is from me. It's like I got to like fully extend my T-Rex arms.
Troy's just like out here now.
All right. Good luck, everybody. Whoa, jeez.
What is going on?
Son of a... Sorry, guys. Look, I guess we'll have...
How is it?
We'll have David do it today. You get to have the fun.
That's weird.
I don't know.
This has never done.
I think it's got to be this light like going right
light?
on this thing.
I mean, because you know what? My light's not even
It's gotta be.
Yeah, that might be it.
I just looked up and blinded
All right,
myself.
I guess Yaga Bomb's time.
Yaga Bomb!
Or you know what? I will be fair. We will switch seats after the
Okay.
first pack.
All right.
I want Troy in on the fun. All right, are we good?
Thanks.
So Troy already cut the box up.
Hey, some
Disclaimer.
first time chatters here too. Border with the answer of Max Crosby. I see you guys out there. by the
Okay,
way.
since we're being fair, would you like the left or the right?
I want the right.
Okay, so I will do the left. I'm just gonna.
I went opposite of my gut.
So
Let's
here,
see how this works out. What's up, Munoz?
Troy's pack is gonna be right there. Empty box. There's nothing under here, right?
No. it's
Okay,
two
that's
packs.
what I thought.
Oh, why'd you do that? There was something under there.
Shut the hell up. Don't get me scared. Okay, so here's my pack. I'll go first, and then I'm gonna let Troy do the finale in my seat.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. That sounds weird. Try it again? Afterward? Okay.
Okay, here we go. Devontae Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Herbie.
Fully loaded. Oh, redemption.
We're gonna throw that in the back.
Harry
Big Ben.
Houdini.
Is that not? No, it's not. Okay. Big
But it's
Ben.
acetate, like a see-through.
Exploits. Nice. J. Sanders, and that one is out of 199 on the rookie.
Mm-hmm.
J.K. Dobbins out of 249. That's on the red.
Nice that you get some numbered cards in here.
And Kieran Williams on the rookie. All right. So I'm gonna do this.
Attaboy. He gets it.
All right. Redemption. Panini XR. Rookie swatch autographs orange.
Okay. Might be out of 25.
It is card number 23, and it is George Pickens.
Oh, sick.
George
Let's go.
Pickens.
All
There
right.
we go on the redemption.
Nice.
George Pickens redemption. Rookie swatch autos orange. There you go.
That's
nice little
sick.
swatch with your auto of George Pickens. Dude's gonna be goaded in Pittsburgh.
I think David might win this one. All right,
we gotta
let's hold
switch.
on. First, let's try it.
Let's try it. Hey! Okay,
right.
transfer. Just everyone
Yeah, can you
can
do
see.
the middle camera, please, real quick?
Just transfer his pack over to him.
My pack. All right, that means I have 2 hits though. But let's see if my 2 hits equal the one George Pickens.
Yeah, remember, that's
Do
rookie,
I think so?
Rookie George Pickens.
No.
Just saying.
What do we got? All right, we got the fatty. Zach Wilson.
Boo.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I think these are going to both be my autos. So hold on. Let's put these in the front. All right. Zion McCollum out of 249, rookie.
Okay.
Out of 75, Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah.
So that's actually not a bad one.
That's not a bad one at all.
He's come along later in the season here. So out of 75, Pacheco. We have a rookie of Jalen Petrie.
Okay.
And here's the ETN card. Wide receiver.
On the thickie?
No, on the auto.
Oh, gotcha.
Dude, it's a... Whoa. Is that just, like... That's weird. I love it.
Please be.
I mean, right? Like, what a time to pull this. Like, this is just, like, one of those moments, right?
I mean, it's not who we want it to be.
No, I mean, it's Khalil Shakir, though. It's Khalil Shakir.
That's cool.
That's cool. Out of 199, Khalil Shakir for the Billy Goats.
And honestly, I have high hopes for Shakir.
Still, I mean,
moving forward.
You know, we start the episode for number 3 and we pull a Bills auto there. It's one of those moments, baby. David definitely wins, but who is my patch? My patch is going to be out of 49, Calvin Austin III. I would say that he definitely won that pretty handedly there, but triple patch out of 49, Calvin Austin III. So there you have it. And there we go, Khalil Shakir. I was showing it again, and then I looked up, and it was me. There you go. Khalil Shakir out of 149. Thank you, Mr. Stevens.
Sweet.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for today's episode of The Chase. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We got 90 people watching today, so thank you to all 90 of you that are tuning in right now at this moment. If you want to enter to win this box that we just ripped, let us know who you think the NFL Defensive Player of the Year is going to be. And feel free to come back and join us on The Chase every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on this Twitch channel. So we will be back on Friday with another guest, another box rip giveaway, some more hobby news, some more entertainment. Thank you guys so much for watching us. We appreciate it. Make sure you're tuned in. We're going to be live in the lounge right after this. Jersey John has group breaks and personal breaks for you guys all day long. And don't forget to follow us on social media at D8 Car World across all platforms, and then at DA_The Chase across all platforms as well. That's where you'll find all of our contests, content, and any kind of updates on the show, and of course D8 Car World itself. But that's going to do it for us. And guess what?
There's only one thing left to remember.
Only one thing, babies. And what is that? It's all about the chase. See y'all on Friday. We both hit it. Let's go. Woo! Top chat